Now that Bernie Sanders has finally dropped out of the Democrat presidential primary, that leaves Joe Biden as the presumptive Democrat presidential nominee. And if you don't hear Democrat voters cheering about that, well, it's because they aren't. According to a recent ABC Washington Post poll, only 24% of Democrat voters are strongly enthusiastic about Biden as their candidate. That is the lowest number on record for a Democrat presidential candidate in 20 years. In fact, 15% of Bernie Sanders voters said they're going to vote for Trump over Biden in November, including viral podcaster and comedian Joe Rogan. And why would Democrat voters or even swing voters be excited about Joe Biden? He pretends he's a moderate establishment Democrat, but he's not. Joe Biden is dangerous, and here are 7 reasons why. Number 7, Joe Biden flip-flops on issues like immigration, for example. Does he support a border wall like he did during the Obama administration? Does he support open borders? Where does he stand? Who knows? Does Joe Biden support the 1994 crime bill that he voted for? Or does he disavow it like he said? Who knows? Not even Joe Biden. Number 6, Joe Biden plays dangerous identity politics to try to get voters, like claiming President Trump was xenophobic for closing down travel with China in the face of the Chinese coronavirus, even though Dr. Fauci says the most important mitigation step that we have taken to stop the spread of COVID-19 was President Trump closing down travel. Number 5, Joe Biden race baits and exacerbates racial divide in our nation. To launch his presidential bid, for example, Biden intentionally misrepresented what President Trump actually said about Charlottesville in order to pretend that President Trump is a racist who called white supremacists good guys, even though President Trump specifically disavowed white supremacists by name. You can watch the video and see for yourself. Meanwhile, Biden brags about working in the Senate himself with segregationists. Number 4, Joe Biden's family capitalizes on his name, and Biden himself changes his political positions based on his family's profit. In Ukraine, Biden forced the Ukrainian government to fire the prosecutor investigating his son Hunter. In China, after Hunter, his son, secured a $1.5 billion equity deal with the Chinese, Joe Biden's positions on critical Chinese issues like trade and the South China Sea softened. Number 3, let's face it, Joe Biden is also old. If he wins, he will be 78 years old when he takes office. He already has mental lapses and verbally lapses into rhetorical gibberish almost every time he's on video. Imagine him running the free world. Imagine how 2 or 3 more years of aging will impact him. Number 2, Joe Biden's political policies are radical. The Green New Deal, banning fracking, which will cost 14 million American jobs, gun bans, the style of Beto O'Rourke, who wants to throw people in jail if they don't give their guns to the government, and abortion up until the moment of birth. The majority of Americans do not want these radical policies. Number 1, Joe Biden has been in government for about 1 billion years, and his track record is one of scandal and failure in the Obama administration, like targeting journalists over Fast and Furious, the IRS targeting conservatives, Benghazi, sending pallets of cash to Iran, the Obamacare, if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor lie, allowing ISIS to grow, trading 5 terrorists for Bo Bergdahl, Hillary's emails, spying on the Trump campaign, military veterans dying, waiting for health care on secret wait lists at the VA, Solyndra spending millions of dollars on the Obamacare website that didn't work, and perpetuating the hands up, don't shoot lie about Ferguson. In other words, Joe Biden is not a moderate, and it's no wonder even Democrat voters don't like him.